Hi everyone and welcome back. So in our previous video, we have loaded this data. Now let's check some shape of the data and also let's check analyze some of these columns of this data. So here I will just write my data dot describe, or first let's check the shape of this data. Check the shape of the data. So we will know how many rows and how many columns do we have. So here I'll write Gapminder dot shape and it will tell us the shape of this data. So in this data we are having 1704 records and we have 8 columns, and if you want to know the columns, so here we are going to check the columns in our data set. So here I can write Gapminder dot columns and it will tell us the columns that are there in our data set. So we have country, we have continent, we have year, life expectancy, we have population, GDP per capita and all. Now I want to know the information of my data. So here we can check the info of the data. And how we are going to do that? So here I'll write Gapminder. We have already seen that we can use this pandas to do all this kind of analysis. So Gapminder dot and here info, it will give us the info regarding this data, right? So there are these all information, like we have range index from 1074 entries ranging from 0 to 1703. We have total 8 columns and these all are the columns. We have country. It is having 1704 non-null count and the object data type is object. And similarly, you can check all this information. Similarly, you can describe your numeric data. So you can just write your describe the data. So here we'll just write Gapminder dot describe and let's run this. So this is our description. We have here life expectancy, you have the population, you have GDP per capita and ISO number, and you can check the count, mean and standard deviation, minimum value 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile and maximum. So here if you see this population and life expectancy, here you have the count and here you have this mean life expectancy, that is 59. And you have standard deviation of 12 and minimum is 23.5 and 25 percentile of all those countries that are there are having this life expectancy between 23 to 48. That is quartile 1. You have 50% of them are lying between your minimum 23 to 60. Then you have 75% of them between 70 to 23. And maximum is 82. So you can go get all this information from this description. Now here we have the country and you have the continent. Now let's see how many countries are there and how many record for the continent or for the country do we have. So to check that, I can write my Gapminder data, Gapminder, and here we can select this country. And here we can give dot value counts. So it will tell us how many values for each country are there. So we have this Poland, we have Gabon, Eritrea, we have Montenegro, then Peru, Denmark, Argentina, and there are many more. So the length is 142. That means there are around 142 countries in our data set. Now, if you want to check the continent, we can just write Gapminder, and here I can give continent. So let me check this spell so that we don't get any error. Okay, so that's continent. I'll just copy this and let's just paste it. So here I'm going to just paste it over here. All right, and here we'll just give dot value counts. And let's run this. So here for Africa, there are 624 records. For Asia, it is 396. For Europe, it is 360. For Americas, it is 300, and for Oceania it is 24, right? So now here we have done some basic analysis of our data, and now let me show you how you can convert this data in your nice tabular format, nice table that you are going to find in Excel sheet or something, right? So here I'll just write create table. So here we can just give create table, and here I'll just pass the data. So I'll just write Gapminder dot head. And what is this create table? So we have imported this class create table from Plotly dot figure factory, right? So if I write this, if I run this, you will get a beautiful table apart from this pandas data frame, right? So here you can see we have the country, we have continent, you have the year, life expectancy, GDP, ISO number, right? And you have got a nice table. So this is our very initial analysis. In the next video, we will see how we can draw a bar graph and why we require to draw this bar graph. So I'll see you in the next video.
I hope you have enjoyed watching it. If you have liked our content, please do hit like button and do subscribe to our YouTube channel for more useful content and exciting updates. If you want to learn such practical content at an affordable cost with Microsoft certification and instructor support, please register at academy.codegnan.com. You can also download app from Play Store as Codegnan. Never hesitate to raise queries in the comment section, and please do reply with your suggestions for more practical videos. We'll be happy to come up with it. Thank you.